with the face for radio and the voice for silent film. Some Gamer Gremlin is back with another episode of Reacting to Gorl World. Today we are looking at Amberlynn's weigh-in and what I ate today videos. If you don't know, I'm not going to bother with the Let's Talk videos because it's just her asking herself questions. They're stupid. She doesn't actually answer the hard-hitting questions that people keep asking her, and it's getting very tiresome and annoying. So I don't even watch the other reaction channels really react to it, except for like one or two, and that's just to figure out what the hell she said in them. And it's just a whole lot of nothing. So we're just gonna do the weigh-in, and we're gonna do the what I ate today, and we're gonna do the weekly vlogs. That being said, today the first video we're gonna look at is the opening up about my health at 500 pounds weigh-in episode 4. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. So you know what, let's get into this so we can get back on with our days. I had a thought about some writing that I wanted to do, so I decided to get this done and out of the way so I can get onto that, because the second book of the Sacred Blood series isn't gonna write itself, and I am behind on that, and I need to get that done. So let's go.
Hello.
Goodbye.
Welcome to a new weigh-in video. So today is Tuesday the 15th. Let's literally get right into the questions. Are you in a lot of pain at this size?
My bet is yes, she is. But let's see what she says.
I have always been big. Even as a kid, I was always the fattest one in the room. That has not changed now. So this means I am used to my size. Like, my muscles are like, I am used to this. So no, like, I don't have as much pain as what people probably think I have.
Do you see that jiggle when she moves? That's not the jiggle of muscle. That is the jiggle of fat. And story from my high school. There was one year where for some reason, I didn't get put into a gym class. So the next year I had to take 2 gym classes. Well, the second gym class I took, the regular general PE, didn't have any space for me. So I got stuck in the extreme fitness one. I started that out at 145 pounds. They weighed us. I went through the whole class. By the end of the class, I could run for an hour straight. And when they weighed us at the end of the class, I was 150 pounds. I was also arguably heavier. I was also arguably healthier. The thing is, when I asked my teacher about that, she told me something. Muscle weighs more than fat. She jiggles too much for there to be any muscle. I mean, I got some jiggle in my arms, but when I tense it, there's not as much jiggle. You can still feel like the layering of fat, which is natural for a woman. We naturally have more fat on us than men, but you feel the muscle. I bet she can't even flex that muscle. But let's let her talk.
Catch people thinking I look uncomfortable or I look like I'm in pain, and it's like,
because you probably are uncomfortable and in pain.
Like, I don't feel those things. There have been times.
Just because you're used to how something feels doesn't mean that you're not feeling it. Someone who doesn't have an arm, they're used to it, but that doesn't mean that they still don't get those phantom itches and pains from where their arm used to be.
Times in my life, especially at my heaviest, where I had a lot of lower back pain due to my belly, because my belly carries a lot of weight.
And you probably still have all of that lower back pain. I still have knee pain from when I was at my heaviest. I just know that when it starts flaring up, I need to get new work shoes because I actually work.
Heavy. So especially at my heaviest, like, a lot of back pain. The most pain I do feel is when I'm grocery shopping. If I'm on my feet for like an hour and a half.
An hour and a half.
The heels on my feet do hurt. I mean, just imagine. I am over 500 pounds. I have very small feet, but for the most part, I'm not in really that much pain. No.
You say you're not in very much pain, but you can't even go an hour and a half for shopping, which an hour and a half for grocery shopping is crazy to me. I was at the grocery store yesterday and I didn't spend that long in there. The most of the time was me waiting in line. And then running after the other customer because she forgot one of her bags. And I decided to help out.
Sad as this is, the pain is more mental and emotional. What did you mean by I planned my whole day around this in your what I ate today video?
You were showing that you're addicted to food. That's what you meant by you planned your entire day around what you ate.
So I think they're referring to this clip. All right, you guys, it is time for my first meal. I planned my whole day around this.
Look how happy she looks saying, I planned my whole day around this. Like, that is fucking crazy. I don't even really remember the last time I planned an entire day around a meal, except for like a birthday meal. And that's only because it's my birthday is in October. Red Lobster normally does their unlimited shrimp stuff around my birthday. And sometimes someone will take me to Red Lobster for my birthday because I know it's crazy. It is one of my favorite restaurants. I fucking love Red Lobster. Cheddar Bay biscuits, they are delicious. But I will not eat for an entire day and plan what I'm eating around that meal because I want to make the most of that unlimited shrimp because it costs a lot. And you know what? If I'm going to get the unlimited shrimp, I'm going to stuff myself and I'm not going to fucking regret it because it is my birthday and I can do whatever the fuck I want on my birthday. Unlimited shrimp? Fuck yes.
So some days I like to plan my meals and some days I don't. If I know I'm gonna order takeout for a certain day or if I'm gonna go out with my mom, whatever it may be, and I know that there's a certain meal that is a larger amount of calories, then that is the first thing that I log. So that I know, okay, this sushi is 900 calories. Now let me plan my meal around that.
And everybody is saying that sushi was 2,000 calories altogether.
It wasn't that I was planning my day, like my activities and what I was doing around the sushi.
Actually, you know what? Let's local fried sushi. Okay, so Little Tokyo. Let's see. Menu. We're looking for something that's gonna show the calorie count. Sushi and rolls. All right, let's just go to Microsoft. All right, so average calorie count of one fried sushi roll. Fried sushi roll. Okay. Maki rolls with fish, vegetables, and without extra sauces tend to have the lowest calorie count, while rolls with fried tempura batter or lots of extra fillings and sauces have the highest calorie count. Ooh, those things are fucking delicious, by the way. Even a standard sushi roll can be a healthy treat without breaking the calorie bank as long as it doesn't contain any fried ingredients. Most sushi is low fat and low calorie, according to a survey. Okay, so the fried one's definitely going to be higher in the calories. And she had a bunch of sauces on that. It looked like it was an extra large roll, that kind of thing. So I'm gonna definitely agree that it was probably closer to like the 2,000 range.
It was just planning my meals around it. What's a misconception you hear about your lipedema or lymphedema? Without a doubt, there's two things. It's either how much harder it is for me to lose weight, which I'm not going to talk about that because I feel like I talk about that a lot. I'm going to talk about the fact of how much the swelling affects my body.
And yet you drink a shitload of fucking you eat and drink a shitload of sodium. So like one can of the strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper has 55 milligrams of fucking sodium in it. And you drink a ton of soda.
And how much easier my body can move.
And yes, I had an empty can of Dr. Pepper on my desk. What of it?
Just overnight based on my swelling going down. A lot of people think that I'm exaggerating when I say that, like, wow, my breathing is so much better. My walking is so much better. My stamina is so much better. I waddle.
Lady, you can tell us that all damn day, but nobody's gonna fucking believe it because all you do is sit on your couch doing nothing all day. Like, if you were going out bowling, like you got yourself some shoes, you went out bowling 2 to 3 times a week with your mom, and then you started saying, hey, I have more stamina, I can breathe better, then people would believe it, but you don't do anything like that, so nobody's gonna fucking believe it.
Less when I walk, when I literally unswell, and sometimes that literally can just happen overnight. People think I'm exaggerating, and I promise I'm not.
Probably because you just didn't have as much sodium the day before.
I am so much more mobile when I'm not swollen. When I am swollen, it is a lot harder for me to get around. What makes it harder for me to get around is my skin is tighter. It reduces my range in motion around my joints, my ankles, just everywhere. Genuinely, it makes my legs feel like cement, like big concrete cements. And that's why I waddle more.
And she's trying to tell us that she doesn't feel a ton of pain every fucking day. And yet now here she's talking about how it feels like she has cement blocks on her feet. Make it make sense, girl.
It's harder to move my legs. And when I'm swollen, I am more lethargic. I have less energy. I get more tired. And due to the fluid,
that's just because you're a fat ass.
Just being everywhere around my body, it makes my breathing a lot worse. So when I become less swollen, it is because I'm actively losing weight. So if I step on the scale and I see that I'm down 6 pounds, because that was what I said last week, when I was like, yeah, I was down 6 pounds, I was walking around the casino and I felt so much better. And people were like, how does she notice a 6 pound difference in her body at that size? It's because all of those things I just named to you, they diminish and they get less extreme. So when I'm not as swollen, what is happening? It is improving my lymph flow to my body, which then in return makes it easier for me to move. I become more flexible.
And if you actually took your weight seriously and worked on losing the weight and actually eating healthy food that is a lot better for you, lower in sodiums and all of that kind of stuff, that progression would just keep going and you would just keep feeling better and better and better, but you're not doing it.
I'm able to keep up more with everyone else. My breathing gets better. And that cement feeling for when I am swollen, that goes away almost completely when the swelling goes away. Like all of these things become so detrimental when I'm swollen, And then when I lose that swelling, my body becomes more loose and my lymph flow is happening and I feel it. It's like you can only understand if you had this disease. People comparing their body to mine, saying, I don't notice a 6 pound loss because you don't have this illness, you don't have this disease, and be grateful for that. When I lose 6 pounds, yeah, sure, it's water weight. But at the same time, I'm not just losing 6 pounds of water weight, which to a normal person, that's all that would be happening. I'm also improving the flow.
Lady, if I lost 6 pounds, I would definitely I would feel it, even at like my weight right now. And I don't even know my exact weight right now because I don't weigh myself. But like, I feel it when I know I've lost weight. Um, Sometimes like I'll get into a writing binge and I won't eat for a while, and someone will come and hang out and they're like, "Huh, you lost weight." I'm like, "Oh shit, sorry."
Of my lymph, my fluids.
And I know I totally rambled there for a second, lost track of what I was saying.
Lose more fluids. I gain more flexibility and motion, and my skin.
Then why don't you build on that and like go work out and shit? Like, I say like too much, but you'll know what I'm talking about. If she's all of a sudden feeling so much better, why doesn't she actually take the initiative to work out and push it further? Like, I understand that it can be difficult to build a new habit. Um, Building bad habits is super easy. Building good habits like eating properly, going and working out, um, bathing. It's crazy. Like most people have that habit, but some people don't have that habit. But like building those good habits, they can be difficult to build them. That's why when you start a diet, you shouldn't be thinking about it as, oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to lose the weight and then I can go back to what I'm doing. No, you need to think about it as I need to build better habits so that way when I lose the weight, it doesn't come back. Amber keeps she used to talk all the time about how she lost 89 pounds, but then she gained the weight back because what she did to lose those 89 pounds, she didn't make it a habit in her lifestyle. So when she stopped doing whatever it was she was doing, all of a sudden the weight comes back because she didn't have those good habits.
Skin's not as tight. Like the list can go on and on. So what I'm saying is it's not the 6 pounds that I'm feeling. It's the symptoms of my lipedema and lymphedema that get better and improve when I am actively losing weight. That is what I'm talking about. So to the average person to hear me say, oh, I felt so much better after losing 6 pounds. Yeah.
Doesn't that tell you that it's a good idea to lose the weight? Like, don't you want to be able to move around and have that flexibility? Don't you want to be able to do that on the daily basis instead of just whenever your lymphedema and lipedema aren't acting up? Like, isn't that something that you want?
That's a pretty vague statement. So when you hear me just say that, it's like, girl, what are you talking about? Because I don't sit there and tell you guys about all of the symptoms that actually become less.
And remember, she's trying to say that she's not in pain.
Problemsome when I'm on track and when I'm losing weight. And sad reality is, as easy as it is for me to feel better, it's also really easy for those symptoms to flare up again and get worse again, even by things that like are normal to the average person, like sitting in the car for too long or just walking and being on my feet for an hour.
Ambie-poopy. Isn't this a sign that maybe you should take losing the weight seriously? Maybe you should stop lying to everybody about everything that you're doing and take this seriously. You don't have time to putz around anymore. You are in the do it or die stage. That's where you're at. You are only a few months younger than me. And where I'm sitting here going, am I going to make it to 90? You're sitting here going, am I going to make it to 40?
All of those symptoms can come back even if I am on track, because gravity, when my legs are down, my legs become swollen. It's a lot. Lipedema and lymphedema has...
Stop fucking blaming the lymphedema and lymphedema. Like, you are 500 pounds, and it's not 500 pounds of water weight. It is 500 pounds of fat that you need to fucking lose, or you're gonna die.
Been detrimental to my life, and it is very confusing and hard to explain to a bunch of people who like don't understand it. And if you do research, not even a lot of doctors understand it as well. Are you eating food alone at bingo, or does your mom eat with you? So lately I've been going to bingo with my mom, my stepdad, and my friend, and we all eat food there, and we all eat the same things. Almost everyone at bingo eats, or they have their drinks there because there's a snack bar at every single bingo hall, which gets into the next question which was actually asked from the same person that just asked that last one. Can you bring your own food to bingo? No, you are not allowed to bring your own food. You're not allowed to bring your own drinks. Everything that you consume in there has to be bought from the bingo hall. All right, you guys, now let's talk about...
Okay, if that's the case, don't go to bingo for so long. Like, go to bingo for an hour or two and then go home and eat something healthy. You do not have to eat at the fucking bingo hall. All of that food it's designed to be quick, cheap, and easy to produce, which means it's going to be high in calories and sodium.
About the goals I had last week, and did I succeed in them?
Doubtful.
So my first goal was to order takeout and have it delivered to my home only 3 times a week. And my second goal was to have a better weekend than I did before. So for the takeout, I ordered Hawaiian on Wednesday, McDonald's on Thursday, and Indian on Sunday. So that's 3 times, so I was successful in that goal yet again. So I have been successful.
And yet you eat out all the fucking time as well. So sure, you're successful in what you consider success.
And that goal every single week so far. So my second goal of have a better weekend than I did before, I chose that because the Sunday was horrific and I overate on my calories, and I just really did not want that to happen. So was I successful? I was. Yes, I was. So on Sunday, I ordered Indian food, and I actually ate that throughout the day. And that was all that I ate. Because when you order Indian, they give you a lot of food, especially when you order...
Isn't it meant to be eaten between multiple people in one sitting, like a family meal? But Amber doesn't have anybody that she can share a meal with like that.
Vegetable biryani. So I was able to split that for 3 meals. And then on Saturday with my family, we actually went out to eat to a burger joint, and I got a freaking salad. Everyone got burgers.
And you probably doused it in fucking dressing, making it completely horrible for you.
And then one of my cousins actually got these like spicy wings, and I was like, oh my god, that looks so good. But the fact that I chose to get like a really good salad instead of a burger with fries, it didn't make me feel like I was being controlled by food. It didn't make me feel...
And you can make a healthy burger. I'm just gonna point that out. You can make a healthy burger, like lean ground meat, just some like lettuce, tomato, onion, maybe some pickle, even though those are going to be high in sodium because that's how you make a pickle. Maybe some, just like a light ketchup, like a light bit of ketchup, just so it's not dry. Bread's fine. Like, you can make a healthy burger. It's not that hard.
Powerless, which around food, sometimes I do feel like that. So yay, I was successful in both goals. So now I have only one goal for this coming week. So
What about the water? Or did you just like forget about that?
Have a meal plan for this week, and I want to follow it 5 days out of the 7. But I will tell you guys next week if I did it. All right, let's talk.
I bet you won't.
Talk about how my week went. I counted all my calories, and I did not go over at all. So Noom wants me to eat between 2,600 to 3,400. So out of the 7 days, I ate below the 2,600 5 days out of the 7. But then there were 2 days where I ate below the 3,400. So I do weigh in daily because Noom wants you to do that. And I have been enjoying it. Like, it hasn't been bothering me seeing the fluctuation.
Isn't this the chick that said that weighing daily triggers her? She said that before, right? I believe she did.
Situations. I know that like the second week, no matter what diet I'm doing, I never lose that much weight. I could be counting calories, I could be doing Weight Watchers, I could be doing Jenny Craig. This has happened on semaglutide, Ozempic, like it literally doesn't matter. So when the scale was going like this the whole week, I was like, okay, this is the second week. That's usually exactly what happens because this was the second week of me doing Noom. So anyways, let's get into my weigh-in. Last week I was 518.0 and today I was... Is this gonna be a new thing?
Please don't. It's fucking ridiculous.
I do drums every time before I tell you guys my weight. Today I was 517.0. So that means I'm only down a pound, but I am genuinely okay with that. I am genuinely okay with that. 17.0.
She says she's down a pound, but if you look at this, it looks like she's up a pound from whatever she was at that.
So that means I'm only down a pound, but I am genuinely...
Oh God, stop saying that.
Okay with that. I just gotta keep trucking, gotta keep doing my thing, gotta keep paying attention to...
And if I say genuinely, literally, or anything else that's annoying, I am so sorry. I am trying my best to clean up my spoken words so they reflect more of my written words, because my written words are I write a lot better than I speak, I promise. So you should totally check out my books
when I'm eating and making those better choices. Anyways, I hope that you guys did enjoy this video and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
I did not enjoy that. I felt like I was being held against my will. The best part of this is when we get to the comment section, because that is generally... That's gold. Ripped open and butchered alive. History's most painful punishment. Oh, might have to watch that later. I've been watching a lot of history stuff recently. All right, so it's been 11 years. I don't think Amberlynn will ever be less than 400 pounds. Real talk. Not even trying to be mean. I just don't think she cares that much about it. Yeah. Improving the flow of my lymph. Yeah, that does hit a little odd, yes. I love when you answer the same questions every month. We don't know nutrition like you do. You lost 1 pound in 1 week. You ate enough to maintain 517 pounds and you're proud? At this point, you're only clowning yourself. No one knows the lymphatic system like I do, not even real doctors. LOL, please be for reals, Gorly Pop. You blame everything on your lymphedema, but do you decrease your sodium intake, your alcohol intake? Do you flush yourself out with water? Do you wear compression socks and bind your legs? You don't do a single thing that could ease the effects if yet you complain 24/7. The lymphedema isn't the problem, Gorl. You are. Problemsome is not a word, but problematic is. 1 pound is a fluctuation, not weight loss. Maybe one day you'll consider that your viewers are right when we tell you that you're not logging calories correctly. Not in pain, but feels like a tight cement block that can't move. Okay, LOL. If you know the lymphatic system so well, why do you continue to eat so much sodium? Chorizo, sausage, bacon, cheese, McDonald's, Hawaiian food, Indian food, etc. are all literally the worst things you can eat for your legs. Okay, so on this, I think what's going on here is she's addicted to sodium. I think salt can be just as addictive as sugar. My dad eats a ridiculous amount of sodium. Like he loves his salt. And but he is nowhere near Amber's size. He actually like goes out and does shit. He gardens, he does that kind of stuff. So I think what it is she's addicted to the salt. I really do. I think she's addicted to the salt and sugar. I know I'm addicted to sugar, but today with my coffee, I actually had a meal replacement shake with my coffee instead of like throwing a whole bunch of coffee creamer and milk into it. And it was pretty good. I was proud of myself. I did something healthy today, and it tasted good too. You're not forced to eat at bingo. You choose to eat the unhealthy choices. This whole eating diet gaslighting is so imbecilic. Non-tent at its finest. All right, let's go to the next one. Back into torture. Oh God, she ate Arby's. Bet that was a diet soda. All right. Hey, if you guys want me to, maybe I'll do a what I ate in a day video because she does the eating bit on Thursdays, right? Maybe I'll log what I eat on a Thursday and actually video it for you guys, and then make it into a video. But let me know if you want me to, and then like when I do this next Saturday, I can go ahead and clip those in too. So I think that would be kind of fun. But let me know if you want it. Just let me know in the comments below. So you can see what a probably 170-pound chick eats in a day. I am not the thinnest person. I got some cushion. But let's get into what I really ate to get this size. What I ate today, episode 4. So, more gaslighting. This was an hour ago that she posted this. Let's get going.
Hey guys, welcome to another What I Ate Today video. So before we get started, I have a few things I would like to say. 1, every single thing that I eat is A, better, and B, less than what I ate to get to my heaviest at 5'7".
Bitch, your elbows are resting on your hips. It's fucking weird.
72.4. 2, I am taking things that I learned when I did outpatient, and I'm also taking things that I'm learning from Noom, where I'm counting my calories. I'm taking everything and trying to put it all together and do what works best for me. So far, I'm actually doing pretty good. I'm not perfect. My meals are weird and random. Like my first meal isn't even a breakfast. Third thing is, I am counting every single...
Okay, so breakfast, the word itself is essentially you're breaking your fast. It doesn't really matter what you eat. You don't have to eat like fucking traditional breakfast foods for breakfast. That's kind of a misconception. You can wake up, eat your leftover pizza from the night before, and that is a breakfast. You could wake up and make yourself Japanese instant curry for breakfast, and that is your breakfast. Like, it does, eggs and bacon and all of that stuff, while it is nice and it is delicious, it doesn't have to be breakfast food. That can be your lunch if you want.
Calorie that I'm eating in the Noom app. I will not be talking about calories though, because it is triggering for me. Not in the sense of like,
because we keep clocking that you're doing it wrong.
Talking about calories is triggering, but it's triggering when I sit there and I count on my calories and then people tell me I'm wrong even though I'm right. I learned how to read a nutrition label and everything about it at the age of 10. Not many 10-year-olds can do that. 10-year-olds...
It's not that fucking hard to read a nutrition label. I mean, I'm pulling out the empty can of Dr. Pepper right now. I'm sorry. Nutrition facts. Serving size, 1 can. Calories, 150. Total fat, 0 grams. Sodium, 55 milligrams. Total carb, 40 grams. Total sugars, 39 grams. Included 39 grams added sugars, 78%. Protein, 0 grams. This is not good for me, but you know what? It tastes good.
Should not be dieting, but regardless, my goal is to allow myself to eat in moderation. I'm allowed to eat what I want. I just have to stay in my calorie goal. So I actually just ordered my first meal. Yes, my first meal will be from takeout. So let's get into it.
No shit. You probably had at least 1 meal a day from takeout.
Alright guys, so my first meal, I got Arby's. So this is the only thing.
Is it just me, or has Arby's gone downhill in recent years? Like, I used to fucking love me a chicken bacon and Swiss from Arby's, and I cannot stand their food anymore.
That I literally ever get from there. I get the crinkle fries.
The crinkle fries? Bitch, if you're gonna go off your diet, at least get the curly fries. Them bitches are delicious.
Literally my favorite fry. And then I get
curly fries are better. Fight me on it.
Get the French dip sandwich, which is just bread, roast.
Arby's menu. She gets French dip beef, right? French dip. Roast turkey, smokehouse classic. $1,100 calories for that. 1,100. Okay. Oh. I need to take that. Don't mind me. I'm just getting a piece of paper out. All right. So, 1,100 calories for the Arby's thing. All right. We're just going to go on that. Let's keep going.
Beef. And I think provolone cheese. Dropped a piece. So with the French.
The fact that she doesn't even know what kind of fucking cheese she's eating is fucking crazy to me.
Dip. You obviously get the dippin' sauce. I don't know how to pronounce it, but this is what it looks like.
Au jus.
And then you just dip it. It's honestly so freaking good.
Is she teaching us how to eat a French dip sandwich?
So I think what would be fun is showing examples of what I'm choosing to eat now versus what I would have ate in the past. In the past, I would have easily gotten 2 of the sandwiches and 2 of the fries. Without a doubt. By the way,
she probably did.
I did get a Diet Coke, but they did not give me a straw. That's okay. So I'm gonna have to drink it like this. In the past, yes, I would have gotten a Diet Coke, but I also would have gotten either a milkshake or some type of dessert. This time, I did not. So when it comes to calories and quantity,
I bet she did.
I completely cut it in half compared to how I would eat it on a day I was off track. All right, you guys, it's time for the next meal. I'm gonna be making some chicken sausages.
All right, time to open my Walmart app because we know she bought this from Walmart, so I can probably find something. It's not gonna be okay. Of course, now I want a fucking roast beef sandwich. Maybe I'll go out and get some foods. Okay, so chicken sausage. Let's see. That is a black wrapper. Be the market side. No, it's probably going to be. All right. I'm just looking for a rough estimate because this does look like which. One link is 160 calories. 160. We're just gonna go by that on the one that I
with some veggies. So first things first, I am going to cut everything. So I'm just gonna cut it
She's doing too.
in slices here. So I'm also going to have some Brussels sprouts, but I'm just gonna take some and cut off the edges and cut them a little smaller. So I'm just taking off the ends like this
God,
type of piece.
hate it when people hold their fucking knives like that.
And just make them a little smaller like that. I'm also going to be cutting up some broccoli and cauliflower. So just cutting off the stem because I don't like the texture. I like the taste. It's the texture I don't like. And then I'm also going to slice some mini peppers. Last but not least, some scallion, which some people call green onion. I cut the tips of both like that. I'm gonna keep them pretty big because I'm just gonna be cooking them with the rest of the veggies. I'm actually gonna have one more. All right, so I'm gonna spray some Pam. I'm just gonna add everything at once besides the green onion.
Okay, the sauce, you don't need to spray the Pam. The sausage has fat inside of it that will render out, and your shit's gonna taste better if you just use the sausage fat. Also, culinary tip. When you're cooking like this, you heat up the pan, then you throw the meat in there to render out the thing. It should sizzle when that meat touches it. And once you've rendered out some of the fat, then you add the vegetables. This bitch does not know how to fucking cook.
For seasoning, garlic salt, black pepper.
So, more fucking sodium.
Tapatio, and some minced garlic. So
Okay, if you have the garlic salt, you don't need the fucking garlic, minced garlic. But if you want to reduce the sodium intake, maybe, I don't know, you heat the pan, you put the sausage in. Then you throw in the minced garlic. You cook them and render them a little bit, kind of toast up the garlic. Then you throw in probably the mini peppers with a little bit, a dash of just black pepper in there. And then you throw in the green vegetables. A hot take.
So I'm just gonna let this cook a bit.
And you throw the Tapatio on last.
So I'll see you guys in about 5 minutes. Okay, you guys, so now I'm gonna add some corn and my green onion. Now I'm gonna let this all cook down and I'll see you guys when I'm done. All right, you guys, so it is complete. I also have some cottage cheese and a little bit of mustard on the side.
This is making me feel sick.
That's so good. I love a bunch of veggies just cooked
Honestly, I fucking hate mustard too. I do not like it.
together. I'm also drinking water, which this is my second water for the day. So right now I'm
I bet that's a fucking lie. It's probably the same the first water that she's been going off of for the entire week.
eating chicken sausage, veggies, and cottage cheese. What would I have if I wasn't on track? I already know. Cheesecake Factory. So what I would get from there would be their artichoke crab dip, which comes with like these little...
It doesn't even look that fucking good. It's
hard bread things that you like dip in the crab dip. And then I would also get the fried macaroni.
chips or crackers? That'd be a cracker. Hard bread thing is basically a cracker.
Cheese. And then for my actual meal, I would get the fried Korean chicken, which comes with rice, a little bit of veggies. It's really good. And I know for sure for dessert, I would get Ben & Jerry. If you don't know what Ben & Jerry is, which I'm sure everyone does, it is like a pint of ice cream. Do keep in mind.
Okay, so you're gonna go to Cheesecake Factory and not get the fucking cheesecake? Are you for real, bitch?
Mind, I would order all of these things, but I wouldn't eat every single last bit of it, even when
That's a fucking lie.
I was off track. I'm the type of person who likes to have stuff of a lot of different things. I am very wasteful with food, and I know that's like a very,
No shit, you overeat.
very, very, very bad habit, and a habit that I feel guilty about. So I would have half of the fried macaroni and cheese. I would have half of the crab dip. I would have half of my actual meal, but I would eat the full Ben.
Though, to be fair, I did feel kind of bad about throwing pizza out yesterday, but that's just because I ordered it. I ate half of it, and then I didn't get back to it in time, and it went like super dried out stale that not even the microwave would have saved it.
Ben and Jerry for sure. Choosing this and cooking this at home, which is literally just a ton of veggies and some protein, genuinely is such a drastic change. So I'm gonna finish this. There's actually a
And it looks not delicious, disgusting.
vlog clip I want to film because I want to talk about something. So I'm gonna go do that. All right, it is time for my next meal. If I was off track right now, I'd be having like a ramen, some chips.
Though I made some ramen yesterday. I've got this like shin ramen stuff that's fucking delicious. And I threw some shrimp in there along with like a couple tablespoons of butter. Oh my God, that was delicious.
Always need something sweet when I'm off track after I eat anything salty. And one candy bar isn't enough for me during those moments. So I'd probably have like a Heath bar and a Snickers. But since I'm on track, I'm having a Diet Coke. And an Amy's Pesto TV dinner. So it's just one of these. It's
Amy's Pesto Tortellini. Calories 530.
the pesto tortellinis. These are so freaking good. This is one of my favorite Amy's TV dinners, so highly, highly recommend. All right, you guys, so I'm about to have a...
And it's just fucking pasta, and it's 530 calories, lady. You are at... 1,100 plus 160 times 2 plus 530. She's almost at fucking 2,000 calories already.
snack. So keep in mind that I do eat similar things.
And that's not even counting the calories from the Brussels sprouts, the broccoli, the mini sweet pepper, the scallions, the mustard, or the cottage cheese. That's not even counting that.
Whether I'm off track or on track, but it's about the quantity. So when I'm off track, I order a lot of takeout. When I'm on track, I order less. When I'm off track, I eat a lot of sweets. And when I'm on track, I eat less. I have a massive sweet tooth. I learned an outpatient and...
You know she fucking ate that entire fucking thing. So almond, joy, king size. Like, if she's on a diet, she should not even have that shit in her house at all. So, we're looking at 4 servings times 110. So that's 440 calories right there. In that one thing.
Through multiple dietitians I've had in my life, I need to allow myself to still eat these things, because if I don't...
I get the whole, if you deny yourself it, then you're more likely to eat it. But you shouldn't give yourself that temptation. You shouldn't have it in the house. Like my new desk, it's got drawers. I've specifically made a snack drawer in my new desk. And right now I've got 2 things of Oreos and a bunch of mochi and then some tea. And then I've also got some, like, 2 5-packs of the Cadbury caramel eggs. I haven't touched the eggs. I've only eaten a few of the fucking Oreos. And then the mochi that's in there, I got it to try it, and I don't like it, so I haven't even really eaten it but I don't know what I'm going to do with it.
I'm never going to succeed because by telling myself, no, I can't have that, it makes me want it more. And when I want it more and I keep depriving.
Just don't tell yourself no that you can't have it. Like when you're out, get a snack size of it. Just one snack size. And don't keep it in your house. If it's not in your house, it's not in temptation. And you know what? Whenever I want a candy bar and I really, really want it, I walk my happy ass to the store and buy it. Bitch.
That is when I'll have 3 of these at once instead of just one. So it's just a little Almond Joy. If you guys have never had one, it is...
Yeah, but you got the king size. You could have gotten a fucking snack size.
Coconut with...
That's 440 calories right there, bitch.
Almonds on the inside and chocolate on the outside. So what I would be eating now instead of this would probably be like a massive bowl of Fruity Pebbles. All right, you guys, so I am done eating.
And you know she ate the entire fucking king size thing. And that is 440 calories. And she probably looked at the 110 and went, this is one serving.
But I want to do something I've never done before. As you guys saw, I mentioned everything that I ate today versus everything that I would eat on a day where I'm off track. Here is everything that I ate today. And now I'm going to pop up over here everything that I ate on a day where I am off track. So the reason why I chose to do this is because in my life,
I'm bringing up my calculator on my phone. That's what I'm doing right now. So we've got 1,100 plus, actually, we'll do the 160 first. 160 times 2 equals, that's 320 right there, plus the 1,100, that's 1,420, plus the 530 from the Amy's, that's 1,950, plus the 440 from the one thing, from the king size candy bar that she shouldn't even have in her house, so that way she's not tempting herself. She's at a whopping 2,390 calories just on that. That's not counting the Brussels sprouts, the broccoli, the mini sweet pepper, the scallions, the mustard, or the cottage cheese. And the cottage cheese probably gave in a ton more calories. Let's just open up fucking the Walmart app again, and we'll look up cottage cheese. Okay, come on. Come on. We'll just go with Daisy cottage cheese. Half a cup, 110 calories. So she probably had a full cup. So that's another 220 calories to that. That is just way too many calories when you need to lose fucking 400 pounds.
Last, let's talk. Someone said, show us what you really eat. And I've been hearing this my whole YouTube career.
Yeah, because nobody believes that what you're showing us is the truth. And we have people, your ex-girlfriends, coming out and going, yeah, she lies about that.
Amberlynn, you're fat for a reason. Why are you only doing these what I ate today videos when you're eating like a normal person? I just want to say I have in the past done off-track videos, but they do not make me feel good. They make me feel horrific. I don't see the point in it.
Only doing the things that make you feel good is not any way to grow as a person. We grow when we make mistakes. You're only showing us one day out of the week of what you're eating. And nobody is believing that that is exactly what you're eating because you are maintaining your weight. You're not actually losing weight. And you're not even showing us the weigh-ins anymore. So you could be lying.
On track what I ate today videos, it's like a continuous reminder through the day of like, Amberlynn, stay on track. And it feels good. So filming off track videos feels bad. So I mean, on track videos feels good.
And you need that feel bad reaction to push you into gear. You are in do it or die mode right now. You don't have the time to sit here and go, well, I need my cuddle chamber. I need my safe space. You don't have that kind of fucking time anymore.
Good. So I'm not eating anything else for the rest of the night, but I also
That's a fucking lie.
would have ate chips, salami, probably an ice cream bar. So that's why that is added on the off-track day. Is every single day like that on the off-track day? No. But there are a large quantity of days that do look like that. I want to be as transparent as possible, so I thought doing something like this would show transparency. Not only that, but it
And it's pronounced Ben and Jerry's, not Ben and Jerry.
shows like really big improvement.
Just saying, because I actually do like that ice cream.
I know people see me eat Arby's and they saw me eat candy today and they're probably like, girl, like, how is that on track? Showing
your Arby's meal was literally 1,100 calories right there. That's not on track.
what I ate today versus what I eat off track shows like, oh wow, she actually did make a really big adjustment to her day. So anyways, let's just get into food for thought.
Basically where she gaslights herself.
If you had to improve one thing about today's food intake, what would it be? I look at my day and I
would have taken off the fucking Arby's. That was the Arby's and the candy bar. That was her biggest mistake today.
Don't see anything that I wanted to improve on. I feel like I did really good, but if I
or at least get a snack size of an Almond Joy instead of a fucking king size.
I had to choose, I would have had Arby's for dinner and I would have woken up and had like a normal, good, decent breakfast. Was there a moment today
That's it? That's what you would have fucking changed?
that you were about to fall off track, but you stopped yourself? There were a couple where I was like, oh, I should just order again for the day. And I have those thoughts frequently, but I've gotten a lot better at saying no. And I was successful in that. I ordered my one takeout and that was that. Do you consider today a successful day for you? No one else, just you. Why or why not? I do. And I think me talking more about, okay, so this is an on-track day versus this was what I would do if it was an off-track day, it made me realize that more and more. Because sometimes I can beat myself up thinking, oh my God, I had candy, or oh my God, I had Arby's. But like, girl, you need to stay in moderation lane because you'll fail if you don't. Again, I don't want to repeat myself, but there's a science behind it. It's like the more you say no, do not have something, the more you want it. But anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
This lady is fucking stupid. You can fix ignorance. You cannot fix stupidity. She is firmly in stupid and delulu land. And I'm going to say it again. The fantasy world that I live my life in while I'm writing my books makes more fucking sense than she does. All right. Gets Arby's for first meal. I don't see anything that I wanted to improve on, right? Only you would consider eating candy, fast food, and a frozen TV dinner a successful day of eating. Not the redone food log. Press X to doubt. A little Almond Joy. Girl, that is a king-size chocolate bar. Arby's as the first meal is crazy. Not a mini Almond Joy, not a normal Almond Joy, a freaking king-size Almond Joy. Being told you're wrong is triggering. Whew, LOL. This is seriously hilarious. So 4 meals and king-size candy bar, yeah, that's on track. Being on track and losing 1 pound a week at 500 pounds is diabolical. 10-year-olds should not be dieting. 10-year-olds should not be over 200 pounds. Full-scale delulu. Barely 10 seconds in and Amber is already lying. I don't understand what's the point of bragging about being able to read a nutritional label. It's obviously not done you any good. Conjugation of to eat. Present tense. I eat, you eat, he, she, eat, it eats. We eat, you eat, they eat. Past tense. I ate, you ate, he, she ate. We ate, you ate, they ate. Past participle. Eaten. Examples. Present. I eat breakfast every morning. Past. I ate a sandwich for lunch yesterday. Present perfect. I have eaten my dinner. Past perfect. I had eaten dinner before I left for work. I didn't even catch on that. Hear me, big spiffy author. Just out of curiosity, I tracked the calories, roughly 2,300. There's no way in hell you're only losing 1 pound per week if that's truly how you're eating. What's my... Okay, yeah, that's about what I got. Closer to 24, actually. Agree, but she's swollen, you guys. Small almond joy. Girl, I see the word king size on that package. You can't fool me. God, I just want to see you succeed. This is exhausting to watch. I can't imagine how it feels. Bragging that you know about nutrition, but weighing what you weigh is a choice. You're worried about your swelling from your lymphedema and lymphedema, but yet you eat the highest sodium foods. 520 pounds and talking like you're a diet coach is like an arsonist teaching fire safety. That is awesome. But I think we are done here for today. I've been recording for an hour. Yeah. That was a trip. That was a trip. But so the Raven's Ire book 4 of my Sacred Beast books is done. It is set for release on the 4th of July. The Kindle pre-orders are already live. I will leave a link in the description below. And have a great day, guys. And remember, Amber knows more about nutrition than we do. But you know what? Bye-bye. Have a great day. Like, comment, subscribe. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye!